Mountain floods spread across 4 states, inundating scores of towns in the southern Appalachian area of Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, and Tennessee. Hardest hit was Kentucky, first of the stricken states to be declared a major disaster area by President Eisenhower. Throughout the flood area, martial law was imposed to prevent looting. It was one of the most disastrous floods ever to strike the eastern United States, leaving tens of thousands homeless, wreaking damage estimated in the millions.
This is a rare look at what it was like in downtown Hazard during the flood. The devastation was captured on a home movie camera by 21-year-old Jim Siner, who at age 71 now lives in Florida.
I was taking still pictures and movies all at the same time. And it was so funny, though, because every time I'd go from one end of town to the other, the scene had changed, as you can tell in the movies. The scenes had changed because the water just kept getting higher and higher and higher. People says, I just can't believe this. I just can't believe this much water.
According to the National Weather Service, only a little over 8 inches of precipitation fell in Hazard in January, but almost half of that was in 3 days. Many people were unprepared for the high water and lost everything.
Well, everybody thought that when the river started up, it would just come up so far, then that'd be it. Well, it just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming.
We just never dreamed that water would come up that far.
Pat Cornett was just one of many that was forced out of their homes.
It was the scariest time. I have never experienced anything like that in my lifetime.
The last thing we moved out was a deep freeze, and we had to float it out.
Fred Stidham was in high school when the flood wiped out a row of power company camp houses in Lothair.
Their home was washed off the foundation and wrapped around a maple tree that was in the yard.
Rivers and streams were out of their banks everywhere. The flood stage in Hazard is 21 feet. The North Fork of the Kentucky River crested at about 37.5 feet. It's never been higher before or since. There was no electricity, little food, and communication with the outside world was cut off. Residents could only watch in horror as lives were ruined.
There were inventories of the stores on Main Street and refrigerators still in their crates and stoves and parts of people's houses, and just everything that you could imagine was floating down that river, and it was going very, very fast, and the sound was just so eerie.
The smells, the sounds of that are still with me.
For Martha Quigley and many others, the pain lasted long after the waters receded.
Seeing that river that high gave me a recurring nightmare that I had for many, many, many years after that. I really believe that was something that was so traumatic that it just stayed with me.